Hi. So I was not expecting to be filming tonight. It's Saturday. I had something else I was gonna do instead. But this is fine too. So the reason why I'm filming is I actually have some exciting news. So on my what I call them aspirations or something instead of goals for 2026, one of them was to finally get some patrons on Patreon. So this morning, keep in mind this was at 4:30 in the morning. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep, so I had to go to work. And I see this emails are on my phone, so I was like, okay. So I just kind of check them really quick just to kind of see what it is. And I see this thing where there's two emails from Patron. So I look at the first one. Again, this is at 4:30 in the morning. I thought it said, congratulations, you have like a $5,000 member or something. And I'm like, why am I getting this? Like, why am I getting somebody else's email or something? So I was like, what the hell is $5,000 on my thing? Then there's a secondary email below it from Patreon again, and it says it's withholding funds. And I was like, what are you withholding funds for? I'm not getting paid for this. Like, I don't have anyone on here. And then it took me a minute, and then I read it again. And then I realized it said $5. So for the $5 tier, I was like, oh, so I got a member. I got my first ever Patreon member, which is super exciting. So now I'm going to start keeping up with doing like actual Patreon vlogs again because of this. Obviously she's in, but I think I did it for like the week. It's like free. And then it's like you get paid after, or you have to pay afterwards. So now I have to make sure I actually keep up with it. So I sat there and I was like, oh, now I have to actually do something. And I was like, oh crap. Because it's like, it's to the point you just get so used to like just nothing happening and nothing being there. And then it actually happens and then you're like, oh crap, what do I do? So it's super exciting. So luckily I had a couple of ideas of what I wanted. So the orange tier isn't the best tier. It's just kind of one of the easier tiers. So I kind of have it where I'm going to post like 4 times a month. I might end up doing more, so it's like once a week, so we'll see. I also might go ahead and just start doing, I don't know yet. That's the problem. I'll have to see. I might end up doing a little bit more. But luckily I have a few ideas I can start posting with. I gotta post tonight because I have absolutely nothing on that tier. I've been posting, but it's on my other like top 3 tiers because of the Patreon, the companion stuff with my animals mixed with flowers. So I only have stuff on the other 3 tiers. Because my white tier is kind of just like the very basic, like $1 a month. Like it's just, you get general posts pretty much. So, or at least I might do a minimum of 4 posts a month. We'll see. I might end up doing more. I might end up doing 8 of them instead. I don't know yet. I'll have to see. So, I'll have to try and figure that out. But I'm just posting tonight just so there's something on that tier, and then I'll have to be posting again. But it's just super exciting. So I was like, oh, what do I do? Because I have a whole bunch of stuff. So I was making a list. I'm standing right now, so that's why the light is back here and it's kind of blinding. So I had some ideas of what I could start posting, because the biggest thing I want to do with this is it's supposed to be like my characters creating stories, that kind of thing. Like it's supposed to be like world building. So I have my newest comic page that I'm working on, which is called Phantology. So I already have 1 page done, so I'm about to start working on the 2nd page. So I was like, okay, I can post something about that, which I will, to start kind of building up from there. I have Mermaid coming up, which I'm going to start working on that. So I'm like, I have the drawings I did plus little drawings, so I can post about that. I can post about the new companion, which is going to be a raptor. It's a peony raptor. So I can start posting about that, which I will. So I'll start, again, including all that stuff into here. And I can do, like, the sketches, the info, drawing phases, whatever. So I can kind of post that on here for easy posting. And I have a painting I'm working on, which involves a hedgehog. So I was probably going to post that. Because another thing on here is that all the tiers get, like, access to early art before I kind of post it somewhere else. So that's also what I intend on doing here. Because some of this stuff will be going in like vlog situations, but it won't be until like a month or so after I actually film it. some of the stuff, like the hedgehog painting, won't be until like well after. So it's just kind of just there as like an extra video pretty much. Because it's just for like decorating is what I'm using it for, to start adding a little bit more to here to the apartment. Because I don't know what I'm leaving yet, so I'm like, I'm having a debate on like how much do I actually want to start bringing in, like for decoration wise or whatnot. So like how much do I want to wait on it? So that's why I'm like, since I have painting stuff and I'm like, I have ideas I want to paint, I'm like, might as well just start with the paintings. I can kind of just get like command strips and just put them on the walls. Like I have my big living room wall back here. I've got so much wall space, so it's kind of what I want to do. That's what that is. So I'm just going to post about Mermaid first. So I just did like upcoming art and kind of just a quick little explanation of what it was. And then I'll post the actual like drawing bits later, which I'll probably end up doing next week. Because I got to figure out the Fantology thing, because I kind of want to do the sketch for it. Like I did the chicken scratch sketch is what I call it for like planning it. But I got to actually do the actual sketch and then I can post it. Because I'm like, I don't know how talkative she's going to be right now. So I don't want to like force her into like talking. So right now I'm just kind of posting. And then every now and then I might pop a question there, just like a simple one. And just kind of just go with that. But yeah, so I just did a quick post of what I have attached. And then I added both the drawings that I made, which look like this. Hold on. Let me just pull it up and I'll show you really quick what I'm talking about. Just a warning, the screen, my computer screen is really blue. I have a secondary monitor, but I'm not pulling that out right now because I don't really need it for anything. I just want to show you what I'm talking about super quick. So, maybe if it'll stop being a brat. So there's the Sunset Hippocampus, which are my favorite. So their main colors are dark purple, a red, and like a darker yellow. So that's what they look like. And this is a Sunrise, which is a lighter yellow, a light purple, and orange. So those are starting off the posting. I just want to do it because Monday I plan on actually doing like first shorts and like kind of putting that out there that I finally got someone and just doing that. So that way I kind of make it known. Because I don't really talk about a whole bunch, I'm not going to lie. Because what I'll mostly talk about it is at the end of when I'm doing my like drawing videos that I have, where I'm doing like the recaps of drawings I've done, is when I talk about it at the end. And I kind of just do a quick mention like, hey, just so I'm not like bombarding it, but I'm still like talking about it, you know? But I'm not bombarding everyone like constantly with that information. So I don't know how she found out, but I'm not going to complain. I think it's pretty cool. I'm down for that. So now I got to keep up with it. And then maybe if I post enough about it, I'll get more. But I can at least post that and then probably let him know like, hey, the first reward's out of the hippocampus drawings, I suppose, because they'll be coming out and like you get first look, like first kind of stuff. So that's what I'm doing. But for now, I'm just going to stop this for me for right now. Because that's all I wanted to say at this time. And then later on, we'll actually input stuff for the Raptor. And then whatever else I decide to start posting. Alright, we are ready for, I believe, number 11 of the Patreons, I think. And we're going to be making a raptor. So we have a peony raptor is who we're going to be doing. So that should be kind of interesting. Or a pansy raptor, not a peony. Pansy. She's a pansy raptor. Let's see. This is going to be kind of awkward for me. I'll have to actually go back and look what a pansy is. Is it this? Why do I think it's this? That's a question mark. I don't know. So let's see what I come up with for her design, I suppose. So the biggest, if you hear anything, it's the ice cream truck going by. So the biggest thing is like, where's she at? So I have the lore, which is she hunts by seeking out places heavy with emotion, like battlefields, abandoned nests, and forgotten trails. So I'm wondering if I could have her kind of like looking, you know, but she's walking by. I think would be good. I don't know if I want to do like a battlefield or something, but I mean, I guess I could. Oh, well, there's a trail. Oh, okay. All right, I have something. Oh, I did not look and see what the colors were for Pansy. Oh no. I did not do the research I was supposed to before doing this. Oops. I think it would be good to do that. So I have this. I almost want to make like a little trench here. I think would be kind of interesting. Like the trench just keeps going. That might be kind of good. And then I don't know, we'll do pansies. Because I'm thinking I kind of want to do the trail then, if that's what we're going to do. I feel like doing the trail would make the most sense. So, but I don't know what I want. Do I want to do... I guess I could make it like a battlefield. So I have... Okay, so... Alright, so I can do it that way. So, you know, kind of, I guess, like in the movies with the battlefields where it's like, you got the trench and stuff, and it's like built in, but it's like, you know, the barbed wire and the fences and like the hills in the background, like that kind of thing. So I feel like it's relatively like open land. So I could do something like that, but just have everything overgrown. Right, so it kind of makes sense. I need to pause now because I need to look at what a pansy flower actually looks like. So I can get the leaves and then the colors. Okay, so I got the stuff. Alright, so this is kind of what it reminds me of, is like one of those type of things, is what that looks like. It also comes in a bunch of different colors, so I thought for some of these we could do a blue, a light purple, and a white. And it says they're multicolored as well. So I think it'll work just fine if I do it that way. I think it'll be kind of cool. Oh, hold on, I just got a different picture. So there's the central part. It's like 3. I have this and this. Okay, so this part's dark. So this and this. Okay, so it looks something like that. So this will actually be kind of fun because of how I draw the raptors. I draw them with feathers, like half, like the majority of it is feathers already. So this will be actually kind of relatively easy. It's just a matter of getting the petals on there and then making them look like the petals themselves. So that'll be kind of interesting. But I want blue, a light purple, and I'm also going to do white. I feel like that's going to be like a very nice, pretty color combination because I haven't really done that yet. So I think that'll be a nice, like, soft color. Now, for the ground, I think I want to make it a little bit more gold. I know I want green in there because I'm thinking of all this. Right, I've got the pansy colors, so I'm good with there. But I'm thinking yellow for here. Obviously, I guess I'll do green to keep it like the trench. I think I'll also add brown. So let's see. So I need this. Kind of want it rising up on the sides, I think. Just to kind of keep going with the dirt part. Probably under here will be brown. Not gonna lie, I just kind of grabbed a brown. It's fine. It still works. I think it'll be nice because if I can kind of keep this like on the somewhat softer side of things, I think it'll be really nice. But we'll see. And it's just overgrown. Alright. So I'll make these like purple and white as well. It's just so I can kind of get this in here to get an idea of what I want to do before I throw this and hit myself in the face. Alright, so I think that looks, I think I'll do that. So it's somewhat simple. I don't know about the sides yet, so it might just be empty on the sides, I think, and then we'll just have it just kind of creeping in the back like how a trench would. But I'm going to make the main color, so I have this. So I think, well, because it has a dark spot, so I think I'm going to have to make her light purple. I think is what we'll end up doing. Because there are certain parts I can put the blue at, because I'm still going to try and match it the best I can. So we'll have that. Now blue. The blue is going to be darker than the purple. I just don't have a lot of light purples. I'm thinking I almost want to put this on the chest and probably, because I know the cheek will have it. Because I wouldn't normally do this, but I kind of want to have it resemble the pansy flower. So I think, so if I do it that way, because that'll be white, so then I might just do, because the way it looks is that it actually is purple and there's white and then there's a dark spot. So I think this will work. Because most of under here will be white. Yeah, okay, I think this is going to work out fine. And then I will try to make the tail resemble that as well. Okay. Alright, well this is going to be interesting. No, that's white. Okay, I think we're going to go with this. Obviously, I'm going to add a little bit more because of how I do my raptors, but... Good news. I finished our little Patreon companion here. This is the Pansy Raptor, so he is all done. This is how he turned out, which I really like. I think his colors work, and just in general, the entire thing works color-wise. Mostly because it's a bunch of blues, purples, and stuff, and they have like green down there, and the brown's neutral. So it works really well, so he turned out nice. And then I also made the extra drawings I always do. So I got the flower I made. There's his head. Or her, sorry. This is a girl. My bad. I'm on the process of the other next Patreon and he's a boy. This is a girl. My bad. She. So here's her walking. So she's kind of like searching for her pack and stuff. This one is her just kind of discovering, searching kind of thing and just looking around. This was kind of interesting because I wanted to have her like bent down like she was kind of coming up and walking, but it didn't really come across that way. Here's her crouch, you know, watching and stuff, ready to pounce. There's her kind of just looking at her footprint she made and the flowers are growing. This is her sleeping in the pansies. And then I have her attacking classical raptor, because that's what they do. So that's what I made. Overall, turned out really well. So pretty happy with them. I think she worked very nicely. Again, like with all of these, I think I could have pushed them a little bit more. I just did not, and I should have. So I'm thinking maybe next round, I might try and do a little bit more, so we'll see. and like branch out. And then I've kind of gotten a year under these, I can try again. So that's what I made. Yay, on to the next one. Okay, so with our Pansy Raptor, I have got her drawings done, and I just did like the rewards, like the monthly rewards I do, which just involves a line art, her drawing I made, and like lore cards is what I call them. So it's just very simple stuff just to kind of give a little bit of extra. But you can only get them on the red, green, or elemental tier, but even then, like depending on the tier, depends on what you actually get. So if you want all three of them, you have to do the elemental tier. If you just want line art and print, that's the green tier, and then just line art is the red tier. I mean, I'll show like, I could take a picture of it, I guess. I can make a post of it. I think what I'm going to do, because I'm actually about to start the next Patreon, is I might take a picture of her and then just say, okay, here's the next one, which is number 12. So that means I've been doing these for a year now. Not almost a year. I'm a little ahead myself, but that's okay. We're doing a bat next, and I don't remember what other flower I picked. An agapanthus. I don't know what the hell that is. I just looked up popular flower list, and that popped up. So I was like, oh, that looks very pretty. And it's interesting. So I said, why not? But that's what I did. I also made the banner really quick, which I'll show you here in a second when I get it posted. What it looks like. Again, very simple. I'm not trying to do anything super crazy here. We're just doing what we can. Ugh. And this is just kind of like extra content, I suppose. It's not even like the main content. They're just fun to make. Is it repetitive from doing it over and over again? Yeah. But they're just fun to make and combine. And I was saying, like in the last one, I didn't push the Raptor hard enough. I could have done more with her. Technically, with a lot of them, I could have done a lot more. So I'm like, maybe the next round, I might try and do that. But let me show you what I've done. And then I need to go and get these posted to Patreon and figure out, and then, so I gotta start the next sketch for the next Patreon, but I record that part of me trying to figure out what I want to do and all this stuff, so it's just a lot of recording going on for different things. It's kind of ridiculous, because there's one thing I'm in the middle of recording, but I'm having to wait now until it's like daylight outside, which will be another video in the future at some point. Probably soon. So I gotta do that. But I have to wait, and then I gotta do other things, so it's never-ending cycle, but that's okay. So, let me show you what I did. So this is just like her first card. So it's just got the character head, what this is. So then here's one of the drawings I did. So I just changed the background depending on what the character is to their colors now. Sorry. I was yawning. And then this is like the start of the lore. So what I'm going to try and do now is try and break up the lore into sections. And depending on what the section is what I'm going to draw. Obviously, this wouldn't make sense for her now based upon what this section is, but I made her, so it's whatever. So then I have that one where she's sleeping. We have this one where she kind of wakes up and like sees that where she steps it sprouts, and she just like changed her form pretty much. Here she's just kind of searching and looking for what her job is pretty much, because she looks for like emotional situations. This is just saying like she's not harmless. She'll still attack if the feeling's needed. And this is kind of like just be careful because she's always watching kind of thing. So that's what that is. So let me show you up close and personal what the print and the line art is. Alright, there is her finished print. So that'll be given to the green and or elemental tier is what this is. So she actually turned out pretty well, I'm not gonna lie. Again, I probably could have pushed her some more, but that's alright. And then this is all the other line art. There's the line art that they'll be getting on the 3 tiers. So that's what that is. But now I gotta pull up Patreon so that way I can get the stuff uploaded, so that way it's ready to go. And then I'm gonna have to work on the sketch here soon, just so that way I can post it, because I'm debating on how I want to do this. Because I might put the finished, like what I did with the Raptor on there. And then sorry, I'm trying to like do multiple things right now while I'm like talking. It's not working that easy. I know I'm yawning again. I'm thinking about doing the drawing and then connecting it to to the sketch of the new drawing, I think is what I'm gonna do. Just saying, like, here's the last one, here's the one now. It's kind of my intention. I think it would be good for me to do that. And kind of go from there. Just to kind of start talking about the Patreon stuff a little more, and just so others can kind of still see it, even if you can't actually get it, everything, at least still see it. And then kind of go from there was my intention. And we'll just see what happens. Just to kind of post it. Which will be good. But that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna get working on that. It's kind of hard to sit here and like look at things and do other things at the same time, you know. But I'm just gonna stop talking so I can kind of focus. Oh, let me show you the banner. And then I'm gonna stop talking. So I can move on, because I gotta do some stuff. So let me pull it up here. But that's the banner. So super simple, because there's like a logo right here, so I kind of have to keep it open. But that's what we're doing. But I'm gonna stop talking now so that way we can get moving on with stuff, and I can start knocking more stuff off my list. So with all the little extra drawings I made, I also went ahead and did her lore cards. So I don't know why this reminds me of winter and like snow, because it's got the white with the little particles. It looks like winter. It's so weird. That's not the intention, obviously, because this is May. And yet, I have a winter theme raptor kind of thing. What the hell? Anyway, so this is the first card. I have 7 here. So this is the one I always do. I always do the head on here with their name, what the flower is, what the animal is. And then I have the flower. And then I just have this simple like card decoration. I just think it looks interesting and just adds to something, because behind here there's like other little dots. It's just kind of nice and neat. So for whatever reason, Canva does not want to completely scroll like how it should. It like catches and then it keeps going. So this is the first one. So you start getting her lore and stuff and her walking. And then we scooch on again to her sleeping. So I draw the pictures now based upon how I separate the writing, just so I feel like it kind of helps tells a story better versus me just making up a bunch of stuff. I can actually work it out better. So then there's this one with her looking at the flowers and such. And then we have her walking again, searching to kind of match the story. And then we have her attacking, you know, if she gets angry, you know, like you're attacking her flowers or something. And then the last part where it's like she's watching and waiting, like that kind of thing. So I made those, which turned out really good, and I'm super happy with them. Yay. And then finally, I've drafted and scheduled the next post that I want to do for this. So that way it's ready to go. I think I actually have it ready for tomorrow. Oh, I gotta make something else. All right, I'll figure that out. I forgot, I gotta make a post for next week. So it's just saying like the newest Patreon companion is done, and then just kind of giving a little blurb about the next one, and just showing like the finished drawing with the look at the next sketch, just to kind of get an idea of what's going on. So it turned out pretty well. So again, super easy, because since there's not like talking on here yet, since I don't have a lot of people, there's no talking and like communicating. So I'm just trying to make a generic post out right now, just to because I don't want the person on here to feel like she has to say things. I don't want her to. So I'll start asking question stuff, obviously like polls when I get more people. It's just right now, I'm just trying to keep them generic so we can kind of just read them. But with me being able to do this, I'm just going to end this here. So that way I can start working on the next one, and I now have to do the next post, which I completely forgot about. So now I'm like, oh, what am I doing? So I gotta decide that and go from there. I might do a little blur. I might do like the full sketch of the drawing with a little blurb about what he is, maybe. I think just to kind of keep that going. Because my next comic is Bonded, and I'm pretty sure I've already posted about that, and I haven't really gotten any farther on Bonded. So I can't do anything with that until I get more drawing done. But I'm not working on Bonded because I have 2 other projects I'm currently in the middle of. Or which I'm going to do. This is the first one, so it's a little painting that I'm still working on. So I managed to get more done back here. I gotta figure out the blending situation and like up here. So this is still a work in progress. Back here didn't turn out too bad. This is actually okay from like far away. But, so this is, most of it's just the first layer. So back here hit the second. So I'm also not a strong painter, so I still gotta play around with it. And the next thing I wanna do are these, what I got from the Dollar Tree. So it's just, they're 3D, so you put them together, it's layer art. So I want to paint these for my mom because she likes both of them and give them to her, but I'm gonna make a video out of them. So working on those next. And that's what I'm actually probably about to do here once I actually get this next Patreon post scheduled so I can get it out. Just so I know it's good to go for next week. And that's my plan. So I'm just going to end this video here. Just thought I'd give a little update. And then we'll see what I do for the next one. I kind of have it figured out, but not 100% just yet. So we'll get there. Eventually with the Patreon Companions too, I also want to have it where people are voting on what the flower is, or like giving flower options, and we vote on the final flower, voting on what the animal is. I want to do that. But I can't. There's so many things I want to do. I just can't. It's fine. Gotta do what I can. So, anyway, I'm just gonna end it there though. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!